I'm about to flip the script, flip the switch, magic trick, watch this, watch this. I'm about to make you trip, make you glitch, camera click, watch this, watch this. I put it like gold, check out the view. Out with the old, and in with the new. I'm in my new era. I'm better in my new era. I'm better in my new era.
The Premiership Women's Rugby match of the opening weekend of the 25-26 season. Great to have had those of you that tuned in the UK on iPlayer last night for our opener at the Stoop. But we have come up the road in West London because we are here at Trailfinders Sports Club as Trailfinders women get set to take on Exeter Chiefs. Well, a very good afternoon to you. Welcome to our little commentary booth. Delighted to be with you. My name's Nick Heath, and we are also very lucky to be joined by Trailfinders' own and Scotland International with 75 caps, Lisa Thompson. Lisa, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Battled through the traffic in London to get here. We had a time. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time this afternoon. Before we come on to the game and everything, you're not involved right now. What's the story?
Just rehabbing a little bit of an Achilles niggle at the moment, just throughout World Cup, but hopefully just no more than a couple more weeks.
Good, good. Well, we certainly can't wait to see you back out there. So, new season, plenty of new faces. It is the story of this season because while we've had this bumper record-breaking Women's Rugby World Cup, these stars, yourself included, returning to club, 18 World Cup players at Trailfinders Women. How is that sort of redistribution happening as players come in? How's it been?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been so exciting to get everyone back into club. Obviously, everyone had a couple of weeks off, been drip fed back in. But no, it's exciting and so many big names to see today.
Yeah, and one of those is the club captain, as announced this week, Kate Zachary, who, of course, was Captain America and is now going to be Captain Trailfinder. Sort of player that people will follow into battle.
For sure. Follow her into anything. She'll run through brick walls for you, and I think everybody would do the same. So, no, excited to see her go as well, get back into Trailfinder season. Yeah, nice to have a couple of Scottish mates around. Rachel Malcolm, your national skipper. Yeah, for sure. Rachel obviously is an absolute leader on and off the pitch, and the exact same as Kate. You'd follow her through a brick wall. So, yeah, it's been nice to have some Scottish faces down in London. Yeah, I'm sure. And what about Exeter Chiefs this afternoon? Again, another team that are absolutely stacked with international talent. What do you expect when you take on a Chiefs side? Physicality is number one with Exeter. They've not had much change from last season either, personnel-wise, so I'm sure it'll be a bit of a settled camp, but excited for the match-up today. Yeah, we're just seeing them going through their training moves down in front of us, Claudia Maloney McDonald getting hold of it. Yeah, well, we are certainly looking forward to this one. Plenty of big names on show, and well, a couple of coaches as well who've no doubt had a busy season. 5 rounds of the PWR Cup to get through, players to bring in as well. Let's find out how they're feeling ahead of this one as we hear from Exeter Chiefs top man Steve Salvin. But first, Trailfinders' Barney Madison.
Barney, it's been a long time since Trailfinders have taken to the field in the PWR. How are you feeling coming into this one and how the preparation's been?
Yeah, just really excited. It's good to kind of get back into a bit of routine. It's been February, I think, was the last PWR game. So yeah, long time, but looking forward to it.
And you've made a number of great signings this summer. Who do we need to watch out for today?
I wouldn't say watch out for. It's mainly trying to get a bit more kind of cohesion on pitch with them. Obviously, a fair few new faces coming in. We haven't had loads of time kind of working with them together. But no, it's really exciting times.
Exeter Chiefs are obviously a really good side, a team you've never beaten before. How are you going to change that today?
Yeah, again, Exeter they're a class team. They're really well coached. So yeah, just looking forward to it. It'll be an exciting game.
Steve, it's been 8 long months since our last game in the PWR. It seems a bit ridiculous to ask about preparation, but how has preparation gone for this season?
I think preparation for all teams in the PWR has probably been quite disjointed despite how long it is since the last game was played. Obviously the season finished sort of February, March time to allow the girls who were in the PWR to go and make the best preparations for the World Cup, which they all obviously got the opportunity to do. It obviously meant, a fairly significant period of downtime for PWR clubs. And then when we did come back together in June time, obviously a lot of players were missing from that group that we were preparing, that we would normally have had the opportunity to prepare with. It gave us another opportunity, though. It allowed us to work with a younger group, with some former and non-international players, and go through a cup period, which was, really good. We saw a lot of growth during that period. So, and it was nice alongside that cup competition to watch our players thrive on the world stage at the World Cup. So it's naturally been a little bit disjointed, but that's not unique to us. That's for everyone in the PWR. So, we're here now, and we feel ready.
So there's always a shuffle around in the summer in terms of new players and other players leaving. Talk to us a little bit about our new players who have come in.
Well, we haven't got a huge amount. I mean, I would say the majority of the squad is very similar to what it was before. We've obviously been really fortunate to be able to bring in someone of Amy Rule's quality, who's a world-class tight head, and we'll work together with Dalika Menon, who's another world-class tight head. So we're really fortunate to have two outstanding players in that area there. Rachel Johnson retired, so obviously a bit of a legend at Exeter Chiefs. She's gone back to America, so we've been fortunate enough to bring in Ella Negrelli from Bristol, who's, she's only 21 years old, still a young player, but a very, very exciting player. Alongside that, we've brought in some younger players, so Zoe Dare and Lola Whitley have joined us from Hartbury. Alessia Skeets and Kate Smith have come from our university programme. We've also then brought in Francesca Gronzotto, the Italian back three player. Naomi Brennan has joined us from the university programme. So, look, we've got a real good blend of world class, ready, but still quite young players. Alongside, what Chiefs looks like over the next 2, 3, 4 years with those younger players. So we're excited to see how all those girls go.
In terms of shuffling, probably Trailfinders did the most in terms of bringing new players in. What on earth can we expect from them today?
Well, we don't know. That's the interesting thing. We have actually played them in pre-season, and I'm sure there'll be elements of what they did in that pre-season game that look similar. But obviously the personnel that played in that game for both teams is very, very different. So to some degree today, we're going to have to play what we see and respond to it in the best possible way that we can. They've got incredibly talented players. When you put the likes of Meg Jones into a team, she's clearly going to make a significant difference. When you put Black Ferns into a team, they are going to make a difference. So we know the quality of what's there. But like I said earlier, we feel ready. We've had a really, really good week's preparation. We have got a relatively settled squad with a little bit of stardust and some younger players sprinkled over it as well. So we're excited about today.
May well be excited about today. Steve Salvin, of course, who's coming in following Susie Appleby's exit. But let's have a look at the Trailfinders team then, first of all. Make it 12 returning Rugby World Cup players in this 15, which is pretty impressive. Kate Zachary then confirmed then as club captain. We mentioned Rachel Malcolm, of course. Alana Borland alongside Grace Moore in that second row, formerly Alana Bremner, as you may have formerly known her, with Georgia Ponsonby in there. Two of those Black Ferns into that lineup, and well, of course, at 8 and 13, two of those English Rugby World Cup winners, in Abby Burton and Meg Jones, who's partnered alongside Caris Cox, the Welsh international. Fran McGee, another one of the Scottish contingent, who is there at number 11, and Julia Schell, a Rugby World Cup finalist with Canada, who is in the 15 shirt. Just before we look on from that, I mean, this lineup is absolutely riddled with talent, Tomo. It's pretty good. How do you see this going?
Yeah, I think it'll be a really exciting game. Obviously, the players that you're talking about there are ready to light games up. So Francesca McGee obviously did an incredible World Cup, so excited to see her go today. And likes of Abby Burton and Meg Jones coming back in off the back of the World Cup win is just exciting to see them back in PWR and hopefully get some momentum from that. Yeah,
let's just have a look at the Trailfinders bench then, those that will look to make an impact. And Maya Montiel is one of those who was announced this week as a new signing at number 18. And then Emma Taylor, former Canadian international, Hayley Head over from Australia. Emma Uren with 23 on the back is one of those Team GB Sevens players who's now playing PWR. And number 21, Ella Amori, who is earning a 40th appearance for Trailfinders this afternoon, as being their most capped player. look at Exeter Chiefs then, and it is a very special afternoon for, the loosehead number 1, Hope Rogers, the USA Eagle, who is earning a 50th appearance for the Chiefs. She was talking about it this week, hugely excited, talking about her World Cup experiences as well, and how incredible they were. And, 7 returning World Cup stars. I make it. Dalika Menon, another one of those. Anne Hooker, Cleona Maloney McDonald. Of course, her partner Claudia is out on that wing. One of those England Rugby World Cup winners, as is number 8, Maddie Feyanati. The Robinsons are in there as well, Emily and Flo. Emily with the captain's armband, and Liv McGovern, one of those who has been seeking a Black Ferns cap, but has certainly been steering the Exeter Chiefs around the park over the last couple of seasons. Cantona, the USA Eagle. McGillivray, who was playing with Ireland during the World Cup. And, of course, Katie Buchanan, who's an absolute flyer with under-20s honours as well. And Merrin Elworthy, who is used to clearing things up at the back for Exeter Chiefs. I mean, you've talked, Lisa, in the build-up to this about the sort of consistency. And while we've got, again, a few of these big names, it does seem to be that perhaps the challenge for Trailfinders this afternoon is to weave it all together, and for Chiefs to rediscover that form that they collectively always seem to manage to bring.
Yeah, definitely. Like you mentioned, Liv McGovern's been in there for a couple of seasons. She'll be steadying the ship there at 10, definitely. But like you mentioned, Trailfinders, we've been drip feeding everyone back in. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see consistency today, and hopefully it's a good one on Trailfinders' side.
Yeah, Maisie Allen is another bright English talent there as well. And that's something I know that Steve Salvin has spoken about this week in terms of wanting to develop more of those English qualified players. Looking at the bench then, well, Emily Tutosi certainly stands out as a big name at the top. The Canadian hooker who was involved in that Rugby World Cup final in front of that 81,885 fans. And Amy Rule, who is another one of the Black Ferns who are gracing their presence into the PWR. Gabriella Negrelli, a signing from Bristol. Zoe Dare, a youngster who's come in from Gloucester Hartpury. And at 22, Alex Tessier, the captain of that Canada side. It was mission win Rugby World Cup. Well, they certainly won hearts and minds on their way through that tournament. And what a brilliant showing they gave of themselves, pipped at the last minute by the Red Roses. Well, talking about Black Ferns coming into the league, did you raise an eyebrow at the news from Harlequins, your fellow London club, towards the end of the week? Leila Sae and Liana Mikaeli Tu'u, both coming over to play in the PWR. That is, well, if anything gives you a sign of how much players want to come and play in the best league in the world, a couple of classy Black Ferns certainly does so.
No, for sure. We spoke to our 2 Kiwis about them, and they said they're 2 of the toughest ones to tackle, so that'll make for a good game when we play Quins. But no, super exciting, and like you mentioned, like one of the best league in the world. So no, it's going to be an exciting season, and the signings that clubs are making is so exciting, and just ready for it to get going, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're certainly ready here. The fans are in. They've got a nice cold one. The breeze is a little nippy. I've already cracked the gloves out, Lisa.
I know, I made a mistake. They're not bringing any.
Do you want, I could share one of them if you want to hold the microphone on that one. Then you're more than welcome to that one. So yeah, we are all set. It is lovely blue skies though, well, it's just going to be interesting to see what these 2 teams bring. Barney Madison has enjoyed his time here at Trailfinders, enjoying bringing these players together, and well, they have really done a decent bit of shopping over the off-season. So many of these stellar names have come in, and it is going to be about how quickly they can get them to gel. Of course, the story for Exeter Chiefs last season, well, they were flying high towards Christmas, up in the top 2 of the PWR table. Everything going great guns. A team that have been top 4 into semi-finals over the last few seasons, but huge injury crisis hit in the new year with 8 or 9 of their big frontline players, and they were in free fall. And so much so that it was Susie Appleby's neck on the block come the end of the season. And, well, Steve Salvin, the man who stepped up, certainly involved with team affairs a fair bit until that point, but it was certainly a tough old ask for Susie Appleby to keep the team where they were with the amount of frontline players that they had missing. Looking forward to Susie Appleby joining the broadcast next weekend when we head down for Exeter Chiefs against Gloucester Hartpury, 2 of her previous clubs. And now we're just waiting for the teams to join us. We think they should have probably been out by now. If someone could go and give them a little nudge, that would be great. Well, I think we can now see some of the replacements who are just heading out in their bibs. So we are almost ready for go time here at Trailfinders. Of course, other game coming up later on our PWR YouTube is going to be Sale Sharks against Leicester Tigers. And then tomorrow, the big game on TNT Sport. So rerun of the final. Gloucester Hartpury, the hosts at Kingsholm, with Saracens coming to visit. Well, it's finally time to get going. And, well, I think instead of leading out the side just on her own, actually what Chiefs are doing is an almost reverse version here as the team come out getting ready to celebrate on her 50th appearance. The USA Eagle, Hope Rogers, who leads out the side. Such a figurehead for the side. And the Chiefs get out, ready to go. Rogers, the most capped USA Eagle, and now bringing up 50 for the club. And Kate Zachary, well, a fellow USA compatriot. The green smoke signals it's go time for Trailfinders. Our referee for this one is Nikki O'Donnell. Going to be assisted by Rosanna Proctor and Simon Adams. Second match of the PWR weekend. The opener. And it's Julia Schell to get us going. Big noise in that initial collision, but McGovern now looking for the miss pass. Oh, managing to get it away to Van der Velden, and then Maisie Allen coming straight onto it. Vice-captain today, Allen. Robinson, Maloney McDonald, or Katie Buchanan just couldn't quite hold that wide out on the right. It'll be a knock-on advantage. 32 capped Canadian Julia Schell takes it to ground, but we will have the game's first scrum.
Yeah, you can see what Exeter are trying to do. There's a little bit of space in the 5-metre channel, but Trailfinders manage it well, and we get a scrum on 5.
First statement at scrum time for either of these sides to make. Brooke Bradley came here from Exeter Chiefs. She made 57 appearances.
Yeah, just left of each other. There we go.
Let's go home.
Fine. Set.
In from Bradley. Midfield, Meg Jones. Always such a threat. Isla Norman Bell then joining up with Schell on that outside, but it's just going to encourage the Chiefs to come forwards. But there was an offside penalty, player in front of the ball.
Always offside.
Oh yeah, you can see there Julia Schell just putting a little kick in behind, and Francesca's just in front of her.
On the 22. Okay, 22 is your inside shoulder, Green. Inside shoulder 22. Yeah.
Clear Maloney McDonald. Gets that one in, just tapped down.
Tackle!
Trailfinders doing their best to put players through it, but it is there for Robinson. Van der Velden Always happy to put body on the line, and it's there again for Emily Robinson. Cantona. McGovern. It's coming round on that outside channel. Oh, and she's lost it. Zachary eyes up the options and actually finds a way through a small gap. Grace Moore. Van der Velden trying to get over the top of it, but it wasn't to be. Bradley.
Scrum advantage over.
Gets that call from Norman Bell. Dummy from Jones. Interesting hearing about all of the various holidays and breaks that the Red Roses took. The celebrations post-World Cup. Everybody getting a chance to get on the beach at some point after the big dance.
I know, a beach would be quite nice right now with this wind as well.
Chiefs with Rogers. Always such a threat with ball in hand. McGovern then. Allen just tipping it on. Elworthy. Buchanan.
Tackle!
Good strength from Karis Cox defensively. It's there again for Robinson. Emily with the carry. Flo with the service. Get into midfield. Decent turnover for Trailfinders. Pleased with that?
Yes, good transfer of pressure there, good defensive sets, and we've got a turnover, so we can see what Trailfinders will do with this ball.
Same stability as that last scrum, that's what we maintain, girls. Girls, listen, you've both agreed to go left of each other, stop chasing each other across the field and play.
Plenty of noise coming from Meg Jones, just down below our commentary position. Can hear her screaming. She's got edge. We know that.
Oh, she'll be winding somebody up, I'm sure.
Yeah. Abby Burton takes the penalty and goes, or the quick tap, I should say. Shell trying to get away from the attentions of Cantona. More on the option on the inside, but doesn't get it that time. Shorter channel. Away from Norman Bell. Goes into touch. Isla Norman Bell then, new signing, came in from the Sevens circuit, of course, played a couple of times during the PWR Cup, the Trailfinders fly half.
Yeah, Isla's got an unbelievable skill set. You can just see there putting that flat pass across to the winger. Unfortunately, the ball goes into touch there, but looking to keep it alive.
Seems to be a variation on the first receiver. Sometimes Isla Norman Bell, certainly Julia Shell stepping in there as well.
Yeah, obviously Julia played a lot at 10 last season. She's a very natural leader and a very natural director of the game as well.
Line-up was stolen by Chiefs. McGovern sends it on. Big hit in the middle. McGilvray just riding the tackle from Jones, who tried to rip it away. The 13-on-13 battle there will be fascinating. Maloney McDonald, big hit into Burton. Irish-English contest. Robinson straight down the middle from scrum half. Shell trying to gather it in the sunshine. It's a tricky one to take. It sits up and eventually she gets going into the tackle. Taz Bricknell trying to get the turnover instantly, but it wasn't there. And then it's Rachel Malcolm. Nikki O'Donnell already answering several questions of is it out, is it out?
Always got to check.
She'll get used to that. McGovern returns the kick with a few running metres. Keen to put it through the hands. The other Maloney McDonald of the Claudia variety. Again, putting pressure in that 22, keen to test that backfield. Grace White on sweeping up duties. Well, there wasn't a body there for a moment. Maisie Allen, I think, had a good case to answer there. Bradley's kick into the air. Claudia McDonald jumped nicely to take. Thought she might have jumped a moment early, but she got it spot on. Then it's there for Van der Velden once more. Oh, and McGovern just finding a way through, but trying to pop it up and loses it. And Karis Cox is the one to come away with it for Trailfinders. And just as I was about to say, neither side is able to hold on to the ball. Trailfinders lose it again. So it's just a little out on the fingertips at the moment from a few.
Yeah, KG first 10 minutes here. But a bit of a turnover. Karis trying to get us a platform, just a little slip there. But yeah, we'll see what Exeter have got from a midfield scrum in the 22.
Just a momentary stop. Someone's needing attention. Didn't quite get it. Ah, it's Sarah Sayer. There we go. Shot of the Italian prop. We heard from Aoife Wafer last night on the BBC iPlayer coverage of the season opener at the Stoop. Actually, that balance where you've got some players coming in who've performed well for their country, or their countries performed well overall, and then others who may be coming in post World Cup whose heads are in slightly different places. And it's I guess as much a balance on that front as everything else.
No, definitely. Coming off the back of different results for every individual is tough to manage, but that couple of weeks decompression time after your final game hopefully helps with that.
Does it also mean that the club actually becomes a place of solace? It doesn't matter what's gone on before, this is the place where we've got other stuff to do?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody kind of goes away, does their own thing, and then come back in a couple of weeks' time, and yeah, it's kind of everything's happened. World Cup winners are back in, and it's just equal playing field when you're back into club.
Yeah, what medal? Who cares?
What medal?
Put it away.
No, never. It's an incredible scenes at Twickenham with, like you mentioned before, that 82,000 fans. I mentioned to you before, it's quite emotional actually at full time just to see that many people watching women's rugby. It's incredible.
Don't need to tell me. I was fortunate enough to be down pitch side, and I had a little look around with everybody who was just staying in the stadium looking down, and you know, there was quite a little while until the trophy lift, and no one was going anywhere. It was as if everybody who turned up for women's rugby that day said, we're here and we're not going anywhere. It almost had a sit-in, almost riot feel to it. We're here, we're having a wonderful time. You're gonna have to chuck us out.
Absolutely.
Long may it continue. What a great atmosphere we enjoyed through the 6 weeks of that Rugby World Cup. Big shove from Chiefs, but Trailfinders have managed to get it away, and they look for the big one on the outside. Try and send Francesca McGee away into a little bit of space. Bradley for Burton. Burton well met by Robinson. Pump from Norman Bell, but she just lost it. And it is a knock-on advantage. Feyanati ships it on for Bricknell. Oh, but then it was lost. Sort of playing as if the ball's a bit greasy out there, but we did have a little bit of a rain shower on the turf. Just a little overexcitement, perhaps.
I know, I was just thinking that. It's seeming a little bit greasy. The ball's not quite sticking.
Chiefs with possession. Flo Robinson has had England caps. No doubt some evolution at international level. Of course, we had the retirement of Red Rose Emily Scarrett during the week. Laura Keats as well from Loughborough Lightning, another Rugby World Cup winner. Robinson's left it behind. It's just turned into a knock-on at the base. Case of thinking about what was coming next before executing the first thing?
Yeah, I think so. Interesting couple of scrums. Obviously not my remit at all, but absolute couple, interesting couple of scrums at the start. But yeah, I think she's just trying to get away without the ball there. Just knocked on at the base.
We welcome your views on scrums regardless.
Just push, please, forwards.
Piano shifters and the piano players, right?
Something like that.
Big wheel. Nikki O'Donnell's got a decision to make, and Chiefs coaching staff applaud that decision. Trailfinders scrum under a bit of pressure.
Yeah, I'll just allow Exeter an entry into our 22.
How much work will have been done to face a line out in this sort of position? How much knowledge would there be, Lisa, about what sort of shape that you might then face from Chiefs at this moment?
Yeah, we have our unit splits every week and go through a little bit of opposition plays. And forwards talking about their maul defence as well, so we've managed to stop it enough just there.
Do you zone out at that point?
A little bit, but we don't tell anyone that.
Okay, fine. The secret's safe with us. Well, certainly catch and drive has always been a feature of the Exeter Chiefs game. Their maul has always been a real weapon, certainly down at Fortress Sandy Park, but they're looking to try and just mix it up here. Flo Robinson goes in and gets it, knowing that it had to be used once the maul had stopped. Now they're trying to reload, find what options they've got. Menin is one option, and she's going to be the one to go. Big drive again. Oh, it's coughed up, but the referee's happy enough that it's gone backwards. It went from Maisie Allen through to Van der Velden. Trailfinders will be happy that they've been driving them backwards. Feyanati, big double hit. And it's a penalty advantage with that hit. Got a shot to nothing here. The Chiefs, a little bit more width. McGovern might get through on her own. Oh, and she has. What a finish from Liv McGovern. Opportunity presented itself, and Trailfinders' defence just not doing enough to shut it down. And the New Zealander gets the opening try of the match.
Some really good patience from Exeter there. They went through the phases in the 22, and then they got advantage, so as a bit of a free shot there. Liv McGovern spotting a little bit of space and just driving her legs through the try line.
She's sniffed a couple of times at going through rather than distributing, hasn't she?
Yeah, there's just been that little half gap, and she's been looking at taking it and keeping the ball alive. So that one stuck, and she's drove her legs right through to a try line and looking for the extra 2 points now.
Not to be. There is a fair stiff breeze to be contending with out there. But first blood to the visitors. So contact lens time for Gabby Cantona. Bit of saline solution. Come on, Gabby, you got this. One time. Nope, no, not that time. I mean, it's a tricky art, but she's gone for the one hand there. That's a lovely effort. 7 out of 10. Just checking that she's put it in the right eye.
That would be helpful.
Start running around in circles in a minute if she's not careful. Right, Julia Schell resumes the action. Trailfinders need to be down that other end of the field if they possibly can be. Faianati. Good carry. It was a good initial carry from the restart by Bricknell, wasn't it? Really aggressive. McGovern, the try scorer. Sends it upfield. Shell, just loses it over the head. Doesn't want that to get into touch, and it does. That's a big error. Hands field position over to the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's a little bit sunny in Julia's eyes just there. The sun is beaming down from the bottom corner.
Yeah, it certainly is. Rogers and Maloney McDonald have the little chat. Allen the option at the front. Emily Robinson at the back. And into the middle they go, but it's not straight, and it was competed with.
Good line-out defence there from Trailfinders. We can hear her up here, Rachel Malcolm, just owning that area. But we've got up, so we've got a turnover.
Put pressure on them. They'll have to keep playing straight as well.
A tight one for sure. But with all the expertise of Rachel Malcolm, and amazing to have so many of these international players.
66, 62.
Opponents just a few weeks ago, now building team cohesion in the PWR. Rachel Malcolm with Kate Zachary in the huddle, just great scenes you love to see. It's almost Barbarians-esque at times with the different talent that there is. Oh, McGilvray's done really well to pick that up. Loose ball from Trailfinders. She was right up in the line for the loose one on the floor, and then Faianati, who will drive and give you that go forward whenever it's needed. McGovern. Buchanan coming across. Maloney McDonald, then Elworthy. Van der Velden put her body on the line for many seasons for the Exeter Chiefs. Menin just wanted to try and free the hands and get it through, but it also just went forwards in the process from the Canadian.
Let's get after this again, Chiefs.
Steve Salvin talking this week about the embarrassment of riches he's got in that tight head position.
No, Dalika's an absolute athlete. You see her performing for Canada at the World Cup, but she is a unstoppable ball carrier, but unfortunately just a little knock on the ground there when she's trying to release and get back up.
Bradley pulls away, but it's going to be another one for the Chiefs at scrum time.
Exeter just being stopped there for taking a quick one, but Exeter on top of Trailfinders scrum. Definitely dominating that area at the minute.
Yeah, it looks a hard one to take. Maisie Allen will be very pleased that that one was called to stop, given that the quick tap penalty didn't quite go to plan. Our cameras have largely been pointed towards the right-hand end of the field over the course of this first quarter of the match. Can the Chiefs turn this territory into any further points on the board? Just the one try so far. Oh, Maloney McDonald is going to go. Robinson, Allen. Had a good spell with England, Maisie Allen, but then seemed to have a few things to work on, and certainly not really been in the reckoning since John Mitchell took charge. Menin. Oh, and Faianati, and then gets the ball away, and Bricknell going for the line as she managed to ground it just short. And then they dive over. It is try number 2, and on the occasion of her 50th, it's Hope Rogers who gets over for the score. And unfortunately, there seems to be an injury as well, just under the posts. We certainly hope that that is not as bad as first feared. Try scored by Hope Rogers.
Yeah, Hope Rogers, you're not stopping her from 2-3 metres out. Ball comes out at the back of that ruck and just spots a little space and dives over.
It's Taz Bricknell who's down. He's having a monster of a game, Bricknell. Certainly in some discomfort. So we will take the time that's needed to get her seen to. Well, Hope Rogers getting the score. Chiefs getting that second one on the board. But it is the unfortunate sight of the stretcher at the minute. Plenty of conversation going in from Kate Zachary underneath the posts.
I'm sure she'll just be regathering everyone and starting again. And when we get back up there, we need to get some territory into Exeter half. Everything, like you said, has been down in Trailfinders half.
Rachel Malcolm. I think it's just a case with Rachel Malcolm. She doesn't know how to not lead. It's just so instinctive, isn't it?
Yeah, she's just a natural leader. And even if she doesn't have the captain's armband, she'll still give all the insight that she has and people will follow her into battle. So, yeah, I'm sure she's just trying to get everyone together from a defensive point of view. And
a great partnership with Brian Eason, of course, over the years where he was head coach and Rachel Malcolm, his captain. Just as we see that, the try being scored and unfortunately Bricknell suffering the injury. Any inside knowledge on the new Scotland head coach?
No, not heard anything. Not heard anything at the moment.
I thought we might get a scoop there, Lisa.
Sorry, no scoops here. No, when we broke up from World Cup, we've all been left our own devices. Everyone's sort of regathering and just, yeah, like you said, mentioning those beach holidays, everybody just got away and, yeah, chilled out for a little bit, not heard too much.
Fully deserved as well for the commitment that everybody put in the weeks leading up to the tournament and throughout. We do just have this pause in play. Oh, hi. Joining us here, up in our commentary position, with your one glove. We're both a team here. We both got one. I shared my green mitten with Lisa. I mean, talking about the World Cup, obviously it is that big thing that has just finished, and it's the thing that's going to be hopefully bringing more and more people down here to Trailfinders. While campaigns can be disappointing for teams, you know, Scotland would have loved to have gone even further. But how much of it were you able to enjoy? How much of it were you able to take in? Obviously, you mentioned being at Allianz Stadium for that final.
Yeah, it was incredible. And as Scotland, getting to a quarter-final was our main goal. It absolutely was. I think you just hold such high expectations of yourself. And internally, I think we always feel that we can strive so much further. That game against Canada, we were just gutted with our own performance, but we were so proud of what we put out against Wales and Fiji and getting to that first quarterfinal in 22 years, I think it was.
Yeah.
So no, we were super proud of what we've done for Scotland the past few years. It felt like a real, like our group's been together for a long time. So it felt like a real. I'm not sure what the word is. Just super proud of everything that we've done for the past sort of 10 years.
Well, perhaps a justification, maybe.
Potentially, we went out to New Zealand and that was our first World Cup in 12 years and we were, albeit, maybe happy to be there, and we acknowledged that during this cycle. We talked about it going into Rugby World Cup England. So Yeah, it felt like a real business trip to England to get results and get a quarter-final. So, no, it was a real different mindset going into England.
Yeah, sort of something to prove, and I think you did prove it to yourselves. I mean, it certainly was a campaign where there was a lot more pride in performances from Scotland.
Yeah, I think the past few years our attack maybe hasn't stuck, and I think that first game against Wales with a packed out stadium in Manchester, so many Scottish fans down, it was absolutely incredible, and we really felt the support down there as well.
Yeah, and through your 75 caps, through experiencing a World Cup like that we've witnessed in England, how have you enjoyed the journey of the women's game over the past, well, probably decade, I suppose?
Yeah, decade, that's crazy.
Sorry about that.
It is crazy. Oh, it's been a journey. I think since my first cap, 10 years ago, there was 300 people in the stand at Broadwood, and game after the boys under 20 game, they were curtain raisers. So to then be at a World Cup final watching England win at a home World Cup in front of 82,000, it's absolutely mad. But no, journey's been absolutely incredible. Just see Taz Bicknell getting clapped off there. Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, there's a bit of lower leg strapping there, and it's never a great sign, is it? But we certainly send our very, very best to Taz Bicknell. She was firing out of the blocks, and it's what you love to see. Full commitment from the players, but just got caught as the play reached the line there. We will resume the action then as Liv McGovern looks to convert the try scored by Hope Rogers on her 50th appearance, and no problem lifting that one over the crossbar. Claudia Maloney-McDonald looks to try and return the kick with a bit of interest, but Sarah Say, pinged by the referee. Oh no, in fact it was Say who was gone for the turnover, wasn't it? I think the penalty had come before that. Good take from Emily Robinson. Flo's there ready to do what's needed. Wasn't great from Cleona Maloney-McDonald, and Kate Zachary might have been in a position to steal that. Quite helpful that you've got an extra scrum half in Claudia Maloney-McDonald, who was able to step across from the wing while Flo Robinson was trapped in a couple of times. Shell's gone for the kick, but it was a little aimless, and it's going to allow the England Rugby World Cup winning winger to just bring that up the 5-metre channel. And it's there for the Chiefs once more. McGovern through the middle for Rogers. Options for McGovern. McGillivray. 3 caps for Ireland now. Nancy McGillivray. Just opening up there. It's a continued further spell of possession and territory for Exeter Chiefs. Nearly managing to step all the way through. Oh, but that's the penalty. Turnover from Burton was strong. Meg Jones was straight in there to meet her England teammate and grab the ball in case there was anything quick that could be done about it.
Yeah, there's Talika Menon again with that release and pop back up like she tried earlier. She got away with that one, but unfortunately isolated, and very good turnover from Abby Burton.
It feels absurd that Abby Burton can go on and win a Rugby World Cup medal. I'm not sure too many of those have been in an induced coma, lost 3 stone, fought back from an autoimmune illness in the way that she has. It's a story you feel has to be told every time, isn't it?
Absolutely. What Abby's went through is so inspiring. So many people. Yeah, to, like you said, losing 3 stone, and she was so frail, and to get back and win a World Cup and to be in the form that she's in as well. I'm super excited to see how she goes this season.
She'd have loved a few more World Cup minutes, I'm sure, but she certainly earned a good reputation as a drummer on the duties in the stands as well, didn't she? Keeping the atmosphere going.
Yeah, definitely. I think the depth that England have at the minute is absolutely incredible. To think that somebody of the calibre of Abby Burton isn't getting as many minutes as she may have wanted, but she still absolutely played her part in that campaign.
First, Lisa Thompson, Scottish international, who is with us. The Trailfinder, of course. Delighted to be joining us. And Grace Moore, ready to get back into the action. It's going to be Meg Jones's right boot to try and give them some metres up that far touchline.
Yeah, it's a tough kick from middle of the pitch, but we've got some possession. And hopefully we keep hold of ball.
Georgia Ponsonby, another one of the New Zealanders in this league. Might have been a little bit of obstruction there, and it was well spotted as well. I think it was just a little bit accidental that Zachary got in front, but good spot from Nikki O'Donnell.
Yeah, just a little bit over running the line there, but good possession. Hopefully we can get some more.
McGovern with another one of those central position kicks. Robinson for Rogers. Midfield tackle from Burton, and they have spilled it. Trailfinders need to show a bit of nous here, and it comes from Borland. Back in. Then the run from McGee. Burton. Released out for Norman Bell. Just a little on top of each other. Zachary looks at the option of spinning it out, but thinks twice, probably sensibly, just to put a foot on the ball in football terms. Burton. Bradley to kick into the wind. Claudia Maloney McDonald. Door closed on her. Not quite able to get going. Now in for Feanati, who gets low and drives. Allen. That came out the back. There's going to be the penalty that we come back for. Now I think the assistant is just come in to say that that was an action that stopped possible attack for Exeter Chiefs.
Yeah, really unfortunate from Caris Cox there, just going in for the tackle and our hand getting in the way of the ball, so it'll be a deliberate knock-on in 10 minutes with the yellow card for Caris Cox.
Well, indeed. Well, Chiefs, 2 tries on the board, now got the numerical advantage as well with Caris Cox in the bin. Allen rises high. Clear Maloney McDonald. McGillivray. Good angle from the young outside centre. Have they got the ball to use it? Yes, they have. It's Allen again, but she's well met. Burton bouncing them back. Midfield options left and right. Placement onto the field for Exeter Chiefs after we saw the exit of Taz Bricknell, Gabriella Negrelli, I should say. Soye making the tackle. She's been around the block a few times, as our Nikki O'Donnell, and she's not going to suffer fools gladly from the little tricks and tips that players might do to earn themselves a little advantage here or there.
Yeah, she's not falling for that little bit of sportsmanship in there, trying to hold the Trailfinders players in and get penalty.
Interesting little bit of detail in the movements of the coaching staff over the course of the off-season. Ollie Bishop, who was part of the defensive coaching setup here at Trailfinders, has moved to Exeter Chiefs and then helping them with the attack.
Yeah, I worked with Ollie last year at Trailfinders, which is a turnover line out just there.
Come on, MG!
Trailfinders got that turnover, but unfortunately a knock-on, so it'll be an Exeter scrum 5.
Yeah, so you worked with Ollie here?
Worked with Ollie last year at Trailfinders. He was our defence lead, so it'll be interesting to see. Well, we've seen for the first half an hour Exeter's attack on top, and maybe a slight variation with keeping that ball alive a little bit more as well from last season.
Of course, for Trailfinders this season, continuing with Stephen Shingler, who was with Scotland at the Rugby World Cup, was back in the Monday after.
Yes, Shings was straight down the road after our quarter-final and back in on Monday in with Trailfinders.
That's professional sport for you, but that's a big penalty. And that is a moment to savour for Trailfinders. They haven't had a lot of them in this first half.
No, that's a huge moment, especially on the half-an-hour mark with a 12-0 score there. So that's a huge moment, get us further up the pitch and gets more possession. We see the classic Rachel Malcolm celebration there. 2 arms straight in the air.
Yeah. We've seen it a few times. '61 caps for Scotland. Scotland's most capped captain.
Yeah, 61 caps and 50 as captain. That tells a story about Rachel Malcolm. She was a leader as soon as she came in.
Isn't she? Balled it. That one's not straight though. Got the field position. Tough day for the hookers with the wind as well.
Yeah, it seems to be a little bit breezy. It's definitely breezy up here, so must be a wee bit down. I love you, Meg, number 13. You just see that in shot there.
Yeah, a little fan club in the corner.
It was Meg's birthday on Thursday and Celia's 30th today, so
oh, there we go.
Birthday week for those two.
I was thinking it's not Celia over there, is it? But it's a bit of a length to go to just to convey that message to her partner. But well, very many happy returns to Celia Concert. Melanie McDonald joining the line. That was nice. They had options. Meg Jones wraps up Robinson. Van der Velde repelled. Robinson. Negrelli. Cleaner Maloney McDonald. Rogers. Driving initially into Zachary, her countrywoman. Oh, and it's another penalty for the Chiefs. And it's the quick tap now. Maisie Allen's gone for it. Accelerating towards the line. They get that close. Feed it to the left. Oh, but they fluff their lines at the last. Maddie Fayonati, the one to put her hand up. I think she thought there was someone else on the outside.
Yeah, I don't know if she's got mixed up with the linesman or Trailfinders player there. Great recognition from Maisie Allen on the quick tap. Yeah, I think she's just got mixed up with who's outside her there.
Yeah, or maybe Georgia Ponsonby just heard a thundering pair of hooves next to her and thought, that's got to be one of my teammates. But unfortunately, it was a 37 cap Black Fern who signed for Trailfinders. Rachel Malcolm just getting a bit of attention. Of course, the other way to look at this from a Trailfinders perspective is that while Chiefs are having all of this territory, they have not added to that 12 points in some time. Defensively, the job just about clinging on.
No, definitely. Just running down the time on that yellow card.
Burton, good take. And that's a bit more forward momentum from Trailfinders. Referee trying to call the players out of there who are offside, and it's going to be a penalty to Trailfinders, and I think they knew that was coming. Change of the bind in trying to defend that maul, and this will allow Meg Jones a little more time.
Decent bit of distance there from Meg Jones with a tough angle for that kick to touch.
What a character she must be to have in the lineup.
Yeah, definitely. Meg is a character, but the knowledge that she brings to rugby is incredible. So it'll be good to hopefully work alongside her soon.
Trailfinders would love to give the supporters that have turned up a bit more to shout about than they've had so far. Malcolm. Great ball presentation as you'd come to expect from her. Now Meg Jones looking at the options, dancing in midfield, trying to draw in the defenders, and does attract enough of their attention to create a bit more space for Francesca McGee in the tackle from Katie Buchanan. Counter ruck is there, but it's there for Bradley. Plays it in. Ponsonby will send it on. It was just loose on the ball back inside, perhaps just risking that extra pass rather than taking the tackle and the breakdown.
You can see the two Kiwis linking up there. Really good tip on from Georgia to Alana. Maybe just forcing that extra wee pass there. We've had a bit of possession, a bit of patience, and we'll work our way up the field.
Talk sometimes in commentary about the maturity to know when not to do something.
Sometimes that is it, but you get overexcited when you've got the ball sometimes.
We've all been there.
We've all been there, we absolutely have.
Whether it's the old men touch leagues in Clapham, Lisa, we've all been there. Chiefs have got nobody down on this side. They're looking to flood that far side as McGovern brings it through McGillivray. And they do find room for Claudia Maloney McDonald. Robinson. Oh, to the sister, and then to Van der Velden, the second row colleague. Rogers on for Menin. Menin in clear water momentarily. Drift defence is having to do a job. Allen shifted over the top. The big one, Negrelli for the corner. Well, it took a while in coming, but Exeter Chiefs have finally managed to get that third try, with Trailfinders down to 14 and putting in as much of a defensive effort as they could. But Gabriella Negrelli, on for the injured Taz Bricknell, has found herself in the perfect spot to be able to finish the score.
Yeah, some really nice hands from Hope Rogers to Dalika Menin there, just playing right on the gain line and playing on top of Trailfinders, and don't see many back rows passing that pass across for a final try.
Speed of the ball also difficult to defend, right?
Yeah, quick ball's key, especially in the 22. I think that looked pretty quick. 1 to 2 seconds there, balls in, balls away, so yeah, as soon as you got quick ball and playing on top, it's pretty hard to recover as a defence.
It's a lovely conversion effort from Liv McGovern as well. And, well, the numbers are beginning to tick a little higher now for the visitors. And Trailfinders, they are a team of superstars, but they've got to find that rhythm. They've got to find that cohesion that will just stop so many of those passes going to ground in the face of this Chiefs side that are building quite a score now, leading as they are by 19 points to 0. What a big hit. Burton came flying in. Wanted to own that contact, and no mistake. Trailfinders keen to make sure that they are adding players to that breakdown, make life difficult for Exeter Chiefs. Don't let them have it on their own terms, and it was working. McGovern with the clearance. Wynn just took it on a little more, but it was well dealt with. In for Shell. 6 tries in 1 game at Rugby World Cup. It's frankly ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. I think it was the quickest hat-trick as well that anyone scored at a World Cup, so
yeah,
pretty impressive.
Double hat-trick, no less. Shipped on. Malcolm hit by Maloney McDonald, Claudia variety. Say it. Boland. Bradley. Oh, it was loose. McGee's got work to do. Tried the quick offload. Jones couldn't gather it and just bar of soap just squeezed through her legs. It's been the story of Trailfinders half.
Yeah, a little bit composure on ball there. I can see Julia trying to get it into the wide channel and get Francesca McGee on ball. Unfortunately, maybe just a little bit of miscomms there on who the ball's going to.
Certainly plenty of Chiefs defenders there for wherever Shell was sending it, so perhaps needed a second judgment on it. Robinson, McGovern, McGillivray just showing that switch ball back inside, and they continue to try and keep it alive, but the ball's loose. A little bit of river dance from Nikki O'Donnell to avoid contact with it. Going to go back from where it came. Fayonati that time. Maloney McDonald just bowls it back in. We are on Nikki O'Donnell's watch, by the way. Our clock is our closest estimation. Similar with the stadium as well. We are getting close towards the end of this first half. Had some long stoppages in this game. Injury to Taz Bricknell, a couple of others as well.
Some really good defence from Grace White there, just using that touchline.
Boland well brought down. Bradley, good decision to not go for it initially. Tiana Maloney McDonald was still in that passing channel and tried to try and get a hand on it. Bradley on for Moore, needs somebody to just go straight up, and Grace Moore knows how to do that, the former Saracen. Can Trailfinders make anything happen towards the end of this first half? Jones, good footwork, got away from 2. Oh, attempted little chip through, has not come to anything, and now Menin has it. Chiefs back in possession. Fayonati for Rogers. Rogers gets the arm out and the fend. Rachel Malcolm is screaming for the players to fold around into that short side. Well, that's going to be the end of the first half, so Malcolm's screams will not need to be answered. as defensively that set was complete. But over the course of the first half as a whole, it has been all Exeter Chiefs. Of course, our concerns and thoughts go to Taz Bricknell, who clearly suffered a serious injury, but the replacement from Negrelli getting herself onto the scoreboard after opening tries from Liv McGovern and from the 50th appearance maker for Exeter Chiefs in USA Eagle, Hope Rogers. Plenty to look back on over that first half, which we'll do in due course, but at half-time at Trailfinders Sports Club, it's Ealing Trailfinders 0, Exeter Chiefs 19.
New era.
Fearless, fast, powerful. We are Trailfinders women.
It's such a great feeling to play at Trailfinders. We've got such a strong following out in West Ealing. That's our home turf.
We're going to be fast and furious. We're going to bring the tries, and we're so excited to start.
We've got big names coming in. We've got a lot of internationals to go up.
We're such a tight-knit group. Everyone just expresses themselves.
Meg Jones is going to bring magic. Magic Meg. Trailfinders, we're going to bring energy, passion, and a lot more flair.
Speaking to some of the girls, I was like, is it possible to get goosebumps on your face?
Almost that feeling of like we've made a change here and this is it, this is the change.
We were just flying for sort of a couple of days.
Just the immense feeling of joy that we'd done it, we'd won this World Cup, we'd done it together.
Definitely a moment that, yeah, I'll be thinking about for a long time.
I remember the last 2 minutes because I was like, we've got this, we've won, and I just thought, my whole body just shut down. I had Ellie Kildun shouting at me, and I was like, we've won this, like, this is crazy.
Looking at the options, there's the step. Oh, straight through the gap.
Wonderful footwork. She is a showstopper. And that pace to burn.
Showing why she's worth all the hype.
And there she is. The strike move of dreams. Full-blown entertainment night. All the tricks coming out of the box. Still going, extraordinary strength, reckless stop, a pile driver there. Proved unstoppable.
Welcome to the home of heroes, the PWR. Brilliant games, fantastic performances. We are very much looking forward to this one.
New era.
Three tries then for Exeter Chiefs over the course of that first 40 minutes. We have largely seen them looking fairly dominant, and Lisa Thompson, Scottish international, and Ealing Trailfinder, who is with us. It has certainly seemed like what we talked about at the top. It's that cohesion, that knowledge of each other, those familiar patterns and appearing on the shoulder that has certainly been working for Exeter Chiefs in a way that perhaps is yet to be built for some of these Trailfinders women as they work out their international connections.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about that pre-game, and we've spoken about that. We're not naive to that as a Trailfinders group as well. It was always going to be difficult in the first game, coming back in together and everybody being drip-fed in, but I'm sure we'll be looking for a positive second half with a little bit more possession and territory, hopefully. Yeah, it'll be interesting the value of this win, because it's certainly blowing from left to right as we look at the field, and it seemed to pin Trailfinders down there for much of that first half. So that might have an impact to play. Yeah, definitely. Having the win first half has obviously been beneficial for Exeter here, and especially those kicks to touch as well. You see Meg's had a couple harsh angles and mid-pitch as well, especially with the wind. That's tough to get a bit of territory, so we've kind of been playing around the halfway mark for 40 minutes, which is always hard to score points from halfway.
Yeah, it certainly is. You got your own gloves now.
I know, I've got 2 gloves on. Some kindly gifted some gloves in the commentary country.
Got my broadcasting mittens on, that's the main thing. Right, shall we have a look at the highlights then from that first half? If you've been out and about, or you've just tuned into our YouTube coverage here of our second match of the PWR opening weekend, it was Liv McGovern who had the belief at the line that she was just going to make the carry, avoid the distribution and go through. The business-like look on the face of the New Zealander to bring up the first try.
Yeah, we started off with a great Dalika Men and carry as always, and little tip-ons at the line, just getting those extra metres. And Hope Rogers on our 50th appearance for Exeter, just dotting it over there.
Yeah, McGovern unable to convert the first one, but certainly slotted the second to give Exeter Chiefs a 12-point lead at that point. But Trailfinders' defence held up well. It was a fair time after the stoppage as well before this one.
Yeah, and unfortunately, yellow card for Trailfinders with a deliberate knock on there from Caris Coxon. Flo Robinson was looking at going quick then as well, but unfortunately it was the deliberate knock on, from Caris Cox, putting an Exeter back into the 22.
Yeah, one of those where the Army, it was either going in the tackle or it was a suggestion to try and get the ball, but either way, stopped the opportunity of it getting out to the wider channel, and then Negrelli, the recipient.
Yeah, unbelievable pass from Maisie Allen into the 15 there to our back row companion that came on, and don't think she was on the field for very long, and a try in the corner. So absolutely rapid ball in the 22 from Exeter, and dotting down in the corner where Trailfinders' defence was a little bit short.
Absolutely. Well, look, we've got a few of the Trailfinders Sports Club cheerleaders out on the field, keeping everybody entertained. We're looking forward to a second half to keep you guys entertained in just a few minutes' time. Do just stay with us.
New era. Fearless, fast, powerful. We are Trailfinders women.
It's such a great feeling to play at Trailfinders. We've got such a strong following out in West Ealing. That's our home turf.
We're going to be fast and furious. We're going to bring the tries, and we're so excited to start.
We've got big names coming in. We've got a lot of internationals to go up.
We're such a tight-knit group. Everyone just expresses themselves.
Meg Jones is going to bring magic. Magic Meg. Trailfinders, we're going to bring energy, passion, and a lot more flair.
Speaking to some of the girls, I was like, is it possible to get goosebumps on your face?
Almost that feeling of like we've made a change here, and this is it, this is the change.
We were just flying for sort of a couple of days. Just the immense feeling of joy that we'd done it, we'd won this World Cup, we'd done it together.
Definitely a moment that, I'll be thinking about for a long time.
I remember the last 2 minutes, because I was like, we've got this, we've won, and I just thought, my whole body just shut down. I had Ellie Kildun shouting at me, and I was like, we've won this, like, this is crazy.
Looking at the options, there's the step. Oh, straight through the gap.
Wonderful footwork. She is a showstopper, and that pace to burn.
Showing why she's worth all the hype.
And there she is. The strike move of dreams. Full-blown entertainment night. All the tricks coming out of the box. Still going, extraordinary strength, reckless stop, a pile driver there. Proved unstoppable.
Welcome to the whole performances. We are very much looking forward to this one.
New era.
Two teams back out of the sheds then for the second half. Just got a little wave from Claudia Maloney-McDonald down there. Little look up to our commentary position. Our officials back in place and the replacements come back out. Exeter Chiefs will be the happier, 19 points up after that first 40 minutes, although of course I'm sure they will all be wishing well of Taz Bricknell. It's Liv McGovern to get the second half underway. Trailfinders would have had the chat from Barney Madison, from Steve Shingler. They've got the wind at their tails now, the girls in green. Speaking of which, Grace Moore, green scrum cap. You can wear it at club and country. Bradley. Now Jones. That's a little loose one over the top. Tidy up job needed, but that's good from Norman Bell, committing the player to be able to create the room. And Shell batters it downfield, and White is flying after this in the race. The ball's going to beat everybody. Enjoyed the contest nonetheless.
Yeah, you see that wind maybe having a wee effect there. Unfortunately, ball's just gone dead, but really good identification from Julia Shell of 15 closing in space in the backfield.
Oh, it's just great to see Grace White in full flight, isn't it?
Such a nice runner, natural athlete. She's absolutely rapid.
Eating up the turf with those strides. Super. Chief scrum. McGrelly on the near side will need to be involved in helping control that. McGovern, McGovern again. It's worked nicely into midfield. Ball was played off Meg Jones, I think, but Sarasea is just down getting a bit of attention. Another player in discomfort. Tough afternoon for Trailfinders and for Chiefs, losing a couple of big players. I think it was just as the scrum came down, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't look comfy in the front row there.
Just folded up on Seye's shoulder as they went to ground.
Like any good captain, just making sure she's in the referee's ear there, especially with our USA teammate there in the front row for Exeter.
Just showing the care and attention to her teammate as well, Kate Zachary. She's a wonderful human being. Had the opportunity to work with Kate a couple of times on a couple of media bits and pieces, and she's wonderful. Possibly one of my favourite moments from the World Cup was after a journalist or two was assessing the number of LGBT representation that we had across the World Cup, and Kate Zachary came into the first press conference with the USA and just said, "I've got a bone to pick with you because you've not queered up our USA team enough," and was very keen to make sure that they had a bit more representation in the final tally, which I just thought was wonderful.
No, I do remember that. No, Kate's an absolutely brilliant human on and off the pitch.
Well, a chance for everybody to just keep warm and go through the skills as every precaution is taken with Sara Seye, the Italian. Another excellent performer on the international stage. Change will be made, of course, to allow the new signing for Trailfinders, Maya Montiel, onto the field. How easy is it to stay focused on the job, Lisa, when you know that one of your teammates is down and not having a great time of it?
Yeah, it's always tough, especially seeing a front row go down and a bit of discomfort there from the scrum. But it's just about regathering and keeping yourself warm as well. And sometimes it allows you that opportunity to actually get back on task and get back to key messages of what you're aiming to do for the second half, even though it's only been a couple of minutes just now.
Yeah, almost just a way to keep yourself occupied. Another big signing, the Canadian Montiel announced this week. It's here in the lineup.
Yeah, Maya flew in, I think she's been around for a week and a half, so into the deep end, but she's been absolutely flying in training, so really looking forward to seeing her go today. Physical ball carrier and get us on the front foot and keep hold of the ball.
Just wonderful that we have so many of these international stars coming over to join the PWR. We happened to mention it yesterday, but certainly for those of you that may not have tuned in last night or had the opportunity to do so, a question was asked from PWR HQ about the apparent entertainment quality that we do have in this league. People talk about it, everybody loves to watch it, the players love to come and play in it, but how does PWR rank when you assess it alongside the likes of Super Rugby, Gallagher Premiership, United Rugby Championship, the top 14? Well, if you look at something like ball in play, who comes out on top? It's the PWR. If you are looking for the action, you are going to get it via Premiership Women's Rugby. If you're looking for tries per game, then the PWR is top of the pops. Turnovers 1 per 80, those key exciting moments. Again, the PWR is top of the log. There are plenty of these stats, and PWR does pretty well on many of them. Carry meters and dominant collisions as well, they are top of the log. Post-contact meters, I mean, it tells quite a story when you assess it alongside many of those other big leagues, those men's leagues as well, about why more and more people are tuning into women's rugby.
Absolutely, I think the ball in play stat is a huge one there. Close to 40 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 37 minutes, and an average ruck speed as well is quicker. We were talking earlier about the speed of ball that allowed Gabriella Negrelli to get in for the try. And PWR's average ruck speed 3.3 seconds, Super Rugby 3.8. 3.6 I should say, 3.7 top 14, 3.8 URC, and the Premiership 3.9. So plenty of reasons to keep tuning into Premiership Women's Rugby.
Yeah, I think that tells a story, both those stats related there with just about kicking in field and keeping the ball on the pitch and free-flowing rugby, and I think all of the teams across the PWR are super fit athletes, like you say, with all the internationals as well. So, no, it makes for a really exciting brand of rugby that everyone's looking to play.
So the attention continues. We're opting not to show you that because certainly Sara Seye needs to take a bit of attention, but I don't know if you can pick up the referee's microphone, who's just informing the teams.
If the ambulance needs to leave, we don't have another one, and at that point we'll have to stop the day. Okay. All right, so they're going to communicate to the four. If anything changes, I'll come back to you and let you girls know. We will restart because the ambulance is on site. Yeah. If the ambulance has to leave, but they're going to put her in a suitable place.
So you may just be getting the information that's coming through the referee's microphone on our broadcast here, but of course there is the protocol with the PWR that there needs to be an ambulance on site for injury. And sometimes a doctor can make treatment and everything can be looked after on the ground, but in the rare occasion that the player has to be taken away, well, then there cannot be a situation where there isn't an ambulance in attendance. So certainly hope that Sarah Say is able to be treated, or at least to get whatever treatment she requires, of course. But we would be in a situation where the officials team may have to make a call on things if we find ourselves in that position. Main thing, of course, is the safety and health of the Italian prop. I'm grateful to all of the medical team who are just helping her from the field.
Absolutely, we'll send all our wishes with Sarah.
Every precaution taken over neck injuries, quite rightly.
Katie, are you happy?
Just a couple of minutes into this second half then.
Right, just hold there a second, girls. We'll just get all the medics off the pitch. Just wait a second.
It's also a game that kicks off at 3 o'clock and we are at 20 past 4 and we've still got pretty much a whole second half to play. It has been a day with a number of stoppages. It happens in professional sport and in professional rugby and in the PWR, so we've still got plenty to play. Plenty of ways at the end of this result could go with so much time on the clock. It's Exeter Chiefs back in possession. They've got 3 tries on the board. Fourth would bring them the bonus point. Fayanati tips it on. Robinson, McGovern. Buchanan was well met by Meg Jones. Did well to drive it aground as well. There it goes. Trying to find that little bit of room that won't just open up instantly. Trailfinders did well. Oh, and they managed to get the ball to Menin just at the moment that the tackle call was made. Shell went off her feet to try and wrestle the ball back. It's going to be a penalty. Chiefs want to go quickly, not quite on the mark, Flo Robinson. With the chance to think again, it might be kicked into the corner here. McGovern's certainly going to take that invitation.
Hustalika Menin again with a ball carry, and Jules just looking for the turnover, a little bit isolated, but just came off her feet there. So another entry for Exeter into Trailfinders 22.
McDonald ready to get this one in, but steam not straight. Not sure that Nicky O'Donnell is going to be on Cleona Maloney McDonald's Christmas card list.
Yeah, you can just see there from Cleona Maloney is thrown just to the outside arm of the second row, and Trailfinders got upset as a turnover.
Need to be wider than white here themselves, and Burton rises high and brings it down. Heave is the call from Trailfinders. Get as many metres as they can through that maul. See if they can continue to move forwards. Penalty goes to home side. Jones with the wind at her back. I'll hope to take this penalty and get a bit more meterage on it.
Yeah, really good kick to touch from Meg there, so a line out on the 40.
It's heavy and over the top. It's not quite worked out for Trailfinders, and it's going to invite the Chiefs onto it again. One on the bootstrap from McGillivray to take. Partner to partner. Maloney McDonald in tandem. Quick release from Menin. There's the penalty. Goes against the efforts of Negrelli, who's just rucked beyond the point, taken a player out. Deutsch. Or I should say Elworthy. Get the new name right. Allen. To get away in no uncertain terms. Chiefs again now. Van der Velden, oh, second rows combining, but it didn't work. Now, this is a central position. That was a nice little bit of play. Now Ponsonby invited to turn and run a little, and then gets the offload away. It's still a little frantic at times for Trailfinders, but can they find the right people to put into space? Oh, the offload off the floor just goes to a Chiefs hand, and a slight roll of the eyeballs from Lisa Thompson alongside us in commentary. It's just forced at times. Every moment Trailfinders feel like they might be in the ascendancy. Oh, Shell just loses her footing on the turf. Chiefs have got a turnover. Van der Velden, Menin. Few too many players standing stock still. Now they've got a little more forward momentum. That's the long one for Claudia Maloney McDonald, who steps back in and has the pace, but it's a super last-ditch effort from Meg Jones on the tackle, who then even is quick enough to react to it and tap it back. Boland then comes forwards with it. Grace Moore, just outside the 22 again here for Trailfinders. Burton, Norman Bell. Good run from the fly half. Now into the far channel. Now Zachary looking for the option back inside. Meg Jones plays it away fast, but it had just gone forwards as Zachary considered the offload.
The game's starting to open up. It's a little bit loose there. Some really good decisions to hold on to ball, and then we're just forcing that last offload there. I think Kate's arms actually got caught from a Exeter chief defender there.
Now we've got a few changes being made here. Claudia Maloney McDonald being replaced by Canadian hooker Emily Tutosi. Maddie Fainati just getting a bit of treatment. Also seeing Alex Tessier coming onto the field for Gabby Cantona. Classy player, isn't she?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a bad player to bring off your bench, is it?
Just seemed to grow in stature when given more and more responsibility for that Canadian team through the World Cup. Led them so brilliantly. There with that one. Fainati plays it. Robinson, McGovern. Oh, lovely line initially from McGillivray. She was just scragged. McGovern again, Elworthy coming onto it. Buchanan coming across from the right and just stepping back in. Good stability and strength to cope with the hits from both sides. Van der Velden then. Quick pass. McGovern again. Rogers. You've got a PWR debut out there for another Blackburn in Amy Rule. Just in there with the number 18 on the back. Another big hit comes in, that time Montiel. Turnover. Oh, it was stolen, then it was ripped back. Chiefs desperate for this 4th try. Working hard for it. They might have numbers here if they can make it work. Out to Claudia Maloney McDonald, who skips into the corner and will score the 4th try. Exeter Chiefs have their bonus point on the road at the Trailfinders Sports Ground. And it doesn't seem to matter whether the wind is at their back or not. Into the corner goes Rugby World Cup winner Claudia Maloney McDonald. And it's another one for Steve Salvin's side.
Yeah, Trailfinders defence just getting a little bit short there, and some space in the 5-metre channel, and Maloney's always going to score in the corner there with 5 metres of space. Meg done really well to get across the space there and try and put Claudia into touch, but really good finish from Claude there.
McGovern, that one won't trouble the uprights. Trailfinders making some changes now. Full changes through the backs. Ella Amory, Niamh Gallagher, Emma Uren come onto the field. 21, 22 and 23. Claire Gallagher is another one of the players who will be coming into the Trailfinders side. It's Niamh Gallagher who has come on. Burton, that was nice footwork. Of course, she's got the big number 8 on her back, but she's been an England Sevens player and can show you the footwork when she needs to as well. Malcolm swallowed up in the tackle. Moore. Norman Bell distributed well. Now it's the penalty. Trailfinders need to find a way to build themselves back into this game.
Yeah, really nice delay from Isla. She spotted the Exeter Chiefs defender coming up, so a little carry into that space and flat ball for Grace Moore to get some game line. But Tessie was an assist tackler there, so she's not allowed to be involved in the contact. She needs to release before she goes back in.
Boland brings it down. Haven't had too much chance to see the catch and drive from Trailfinders in action. It's stopped once by this Chiefs side. Ponsonby's just driving at her own players at that point. Moore. Malcolm. Penalty advantage being played. They are going to go quickly. They are going to look for the line, and Trailfinders will finally breach it. Kate Zachary, the skipper. 28th appearance for the club, and finding a way through. It's taken a fair amount of time for them to get through this Exeter Chiefs white wall. Haven't had too many visits into the 22 really, but finally when they do, Zachary takes responsibility.
Yeah, Ella Amory just coming off the bench there and injecting a little bit of pace and going with that quick tap, and Kate's right on her shoulder to spot that gap and go over for the try.
Jones knocks it through. Trailfinders up to 7 points.
Let's go, Trailfinders!
Some good possession for Trailfinders down in the Exeter 22 and coming away with points. Like we said, we've not been down there first half much at all, so that's us off the board.
Runners on the outside, perhaps distracting the defence, and that just left the space for Zachary to get through, didn't it?
Yeah, everyone switched onto that. Ella likes to speed up that tempo, so everybody's on the same page there.
Maisie Allen's having a good game.
Yeah, she's an incredible athlete with a really good skill set as well.
Nuggety classic 7, isn't she? Tessier, big one over the top. McGillivray being given a bit of space to run into. Defensively, work was very well done.
Really good cover defence from Niamh Gallagher there, making a one-on-one in the 15. Good transfer pressure as well from Ella with the box kick out of the 22. Good kick chase. Really good tackle there and just knock on, so that's the Trailfinders scrum in the 40.
McGovern took a bit of a knock to the foot, onto the leg, I think. In from Amori. Big pass into midfield to Meg Jones, who was eyeing up one runner and couldn't quite find the one she was after. Had it worked, it might have been a very, very sweet move indeed. Chiefs are managing to hold them up here, and the call of maul has come in, and that could spell danger for Trailfinders. Well, no, they have managed to wrestle it away. Now Meg Jones sends it downfield. Plucked from above the head by Maloney McDonald, who wants to show the feet and will do to Rachel Malcolm. One of them's going to have slightly better dance moves, I imagine, but actually brought about the error in booting it off on the full.
Yeah, Trailfinders have got away with that one with our mistake from set piece there, but really good decision from Meg. Just relieve some pressure, kick chase, and Grace White just putting some pressure on with Rachel Malcolm out in the 15 as well with a 1v1v. Claude doing well out there in the wide spaces.
Not straight the call. Been about 4 or 5 of them over the course today. It's an area Nicky O'Donnell is hotly focused on. If you're joining our coverage, this may be a full 2-hour programme here because we have had some significant stoppages. Attention needed to Taz Bricknell and to Sarah Say, one player each needing some support medically, and still got a fair way to go in this second half. McGovern using McGillivray again, back to McGovern. Oh, big fend from the New Zealander, bounces through another one, but then Rogers couldn't quite hold it, and Rachel Malcolm, who fancies making a run of her own. Boland knew not to send a big one and then just found the gap to try and find a little bit more space. That was nicer for Uren. Got to try and hold on to possession, which he manages to do. Meg Jones, dummies left, into the contact with Tessier. Penalty Trailfinders.
I think that all started from really good scrum D from Ella Amory. There's just chasing round the back and Liv jumping back on the inside and getting a little bit of gain line. but we're forcing that. Unfortunately, we've just missed the touchline there.
It's tough moments like that. Coach killers, as we call them. It's frustrating when you've just gone for broke. Can understand it. McGillivray, oh, it's been lost in midfield. It's just starting to look a little clunky from Exeter Chiefs at times, and Trailfinders women need to find a way to take advantage of it, because they're just beginning to hand them a few more restart chances.
No, absolutely. It's a nice move that Exeter Chiefs done. We'd seen that one during the week as well, so you can hear Kate on the ref mic there chatting up. But there's another loop coming round, so well defended. Hopefully Trailfinders make use of this one.
So that was the voice of Zachary, was it?
Yeah, I think so. You can just hear her chatting on the inside of Ella there.
I could hear it. I couldn't tell where the voice was coming from. I thought it was Chiefs talking about the fact that there was another loop coming to run, but actually it was the defensive call to know it was on its way. There we go. Love that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of preview during the week. Sometimes we'll look at main moves that the opposition will play.
Well, Chiefs are chasing after that, but Nikki O'Donnell says that the angle is not good for her. Tessier was straight up to shut that down. Zachary, the link player. Jones, good work to bring in the last defender. Keep them guessing. McGee. Well trapped. Amori. Boland. She's played well on her league debut. Came into the outside channel. A little unexpected, but Neve Swales will do whatever she can with it, and not held. Amori has Jones. On for Malcolm. Uren under real pressure from Maloney. McDonald did well. Oh, Allen went in to try and get the turnover. Not that time, though. Moore gets the call from Norman Bell. Then Boland. Can she get the hands free? Not quite that time. But Trailfinders beginning to get a little bit more consistent. Jones. Hair falling ever further out of the headband. Little basketball pass over the top, but that looked like it might have been forwards indeed. Nikki O'Donnell believes it was from Georgia Ponsonby. Such a defensive menace as well. 14th on the list for tackles made at the Rugby World Cup. Georgia Ponsonby, the Black Fern. She was just one place above teammate Rachel Malcolm, who was in 15th. It's the sort of things I do with my spare time, Lisa Thompson. Demi Swan, player who's had some moments of being in and around the international setup with Scotland. There's Grace Moore, who will also be leaving for Trailfinders. So Maddie Feonati, I think he's going to be a permanent change. She needed some attention on the finger. And the cheer goes up because their Gloucester Hartpury signing Zoe Dare comes onto the field for Exeter Chiefs. Gilvray has done well when called upon to enter that line, and Melanie McDonald tiptoeing up the whitewashed really well to stay in field, as do all of the support runners, including Sabrina Poulin. Robinson, Elworthy to Tosi, slipping it through the contact. Robinson looked to the left, McGovern was waiting for it on the right. It's a semi-charge down. Where's the ball going to bounce? Who can make the most of it? It's there with McGee. Places it back, and they go again. Burton. And Morey. Boland saw where the space was. Big tackle from Van der Velden. Netherlands international on Blackfern. Not sure if it was intended as a cross-field kick. It's certainly turned out that way. Maloney McDonald looks for the kick through and just sends it into her England colleague Meg Jones, who will now protect the ball as Amori goes. Big one on the outside. Then the little chip through. Niamh Gallagher sending it down. Oh, and it's not settling for McGovern to try and make the most of. And Gallagher's done really well on the follow-up. Maisie Allen's come up with it for the Chiefs here. Georgia Ponsonby with the tackle. Robinson. Won't find touch. Isla Norman Bell. Back in. McGee. Bit of space. Could have considered the chip into that far corner. Not sure Elworthy was in the right position at the time, but it's now there for Burton. Norman Bell. Big miss pass, trying to send them into space. It's Zachary who was well tracked and stopped. Decision not to play it was the right one. Burton into that Chiefs 22 now. It's taking such an effort to get there. Montiel heaved away. Ponsonby, Emma Taylor onto the field now. Zachary won't shy away from taking it on physically. Norman Bell, option on the outside. Oh, it ended up falling to the floor. Tidy up job needed by Niamh Gallagher. Got a Brunel Bucks Super Rugby debut against Edinburgh. Niamh Gallagher slotted 7 out of 7 from the tee, no less.
Niamh's an unbelievable player. She's still at university as well, and that's all came from a bit of pressure from Niamh putting the kick into the backfield and unbelievable tackle and putting them back in under pressure in their 22, and we've got a line out now on the 5.
Meg Jones gives them the position through the kick to touch.
Niamh did well there to get to ground. Just got her knees on the floor, so there's already a tackle, and they've ripped the ball, so it's Trailfinders penalty.
Jones has binned the headband. It's business time. Burton with the take. Need to try and get some change out of this Exeter Chiefs pack. That's more movement than they've had out of it all game, but they've opted to break with Ponsonby. She needs the support as Maloney McDonald tries to drift her into that touchline, but it won't be this time. Played away from White, big one into the middle. Jones, crossfield, looking for McGee. McGee to try and get away. Cover defence did super well from Tessier, or was it? It's still there for Trailfinders. Boland, the big rainbow, covers the sky in that corner. Off to the right. Malcolm, looking to try and score. Trailfinders 1 on the board. Can they make it 2? It's loose again.
Some really good patience there from Trailfinders, just going through the phases in the 22. But we come back for another penalty to touch.
Who, us? They could get the try and a conversion here. 14-24 starts to make things more interesting. They do break and get the try. Trailfinders get number 2. Working hard for it.
Try on debut for Georgia as well. Really nice maul from the forwards there. You see Abby Burton taking charge. And Georgia's dotting over for her first try for Trailfinders. I think we've got a game. 10 minutes.
We do. It's not the easiest side for the conversion, but Meg Jones is going to kick towards the huge rainbow that is in the sky, basically behind the posts. It's not a bad effort, but it won't quite get there. So 12 plays, 24. If we close the gap to 10 points, well then they might be in with a shout for a little more, but another converted try. Another unconverted try takes them within losing bonus point territory. We've still got enough in the game, of course, for a little bit more than that. Ponsonby with the score then. 12 plays 24 now. Clearance nearly entirely over the head of Elworthy, and she's done well. She's... Oh, was that straight out? This has got to be the key decision. The officials just coming together to check what the call was.
I think the girls on the pitch have missed the referees there. Trailfinders will get a line out 20 metres up the pitch.
Certainly the home side will be pleased with it. They've tried to play it quickly here. The referee have not suggested that that can be played, and taking matters into their own hands then. Let's not, I think is the... I think Nikki O'Donnell should get a T-shirt with that on.
9 white sub. 9 sub.
Lucy Knight is coming off the bench, replacing Flo Robinson, who's had a great game. It's loose again out the back for Trailfinders. Meg Jones finds herself having to do a tidy up job rather than really being able to be a front foot attacker, but as so often, Meg Jones touches, things tend to come good. Paul took a fierce bounce for Chiefs to have to defend. He can go again. Back it goes for McGovern. Gallagher cutting back in. Allen's tracking her down. It's good work. Taylor not involved with Canada during the Rugby World Cup, Emma Taylor, but got a fair few caps for her country in previous years. Zachary. Amori, Burton. Oh, plucked out of the air by Malcolm, who I'm not entirely sure knew much about it. Did well. Chiefs flood up in the outside channels. Zachary just didn't have the time to get the ball away, and then in trying to maintain it wasn't quite able to and has lost it.
Another unsuccessful offload there, just a couple knock-ons from both sides. But it's an Exeter scrum.
Never charge, scrum, never charge.
9. McGovern. Elworthy coming across from the left wing, clearing and alone. McDonald, and she's now away. Had to be tracked back down again. McJones is signalling that she thinks it went forwards on the floor, but it's still with the Chiefs. Maisie Allen will play it away. Chiefs looking to reassert that lead that they had and bring it home in the latter stages of this match. Crossfield kick's not going to work. Probably had a penalty advantage. Tessier boots it into the corner. Tap down. A little less tidy. Follow up from Poland on Maisie Allen. She had no time at all. 9. Van der Velden. Got through a lot of work. McGovern, quick show. Then gets the hands free through the gap. That was nice. Then it was there for Rule and Titosi. Back the way they came. McGovern thinks something might be on over that side. Maisie Allen has lurked with intent. Just a little tip on there for Emily Robinson. Tessier, big one. Wasn't looking at anyone in particular, but Elworthy was able to run onto the bouncing miss pass. It's another big spell of possession. Oh, and it's been ripped away. Trailfinders have it. Oh, it was after the tackle. Tackler has to release as much as the tackled player.
Yeah, and knees must have been on the ground there, and we'll just see here. Yeah, Hayley Head's just in there as assist tackler, so she's involved in that contact, and Nicky's called tackle, so she needs to release before she can do that.
So another little feature that we've got for you this season is that watching on our YouTube channel, it is going to be down to you, our audience, to vote for your player of the match. And well, we've provided a bit of a shortlist for you while we see the penalty being taken by Liv McGovern. Couple from each side. From the home side, Kate Zachary, the skipper, who's had a great performance. Abby Burton as well. And for Exeter Chiefs, Number 3, Dalika Menin, and number 7, Maisie Allen. Kick comes in from McGovern. She's actually just pushed that past. So, get onto the poll. Give us your vote. Who do you think is deserving of the player of the match nod from our shortlist of Kate Zachary, Abby Burton, Dalika Menin, and Maisie Allen? The people shall decide. Alex Tessier sends it down. Good control from Gallagher. On the toe. Look to try and find a little bit of space, but just found McGovern, who posts it into the 22. You could hear the shout that the 50-22 was on. They've just about done enough to stop that going out, and counter-attack run was on from Norman Bell. Taylor, the tip on for Montiel. Penalty Chiefs. Plays 24. Referee Nikki O'Donnell confirms that that is going to be full time. We have seen the match to the full term, and boy, has it been a long afternoon with a couple of stoppages. But despite the 2 tries in the second half for the home side Trailfinders, who are just trying to find their way with each other, it was more of the cohesion, more of the sort of performance you would expect from an Exeter Chiefs side, who have managed to score the 4 tries and get themselves the bonus point and the victory on the road at Trailfinders Sports Ground, with a final score on the opening weekend of the PWR of Trailfinders Women 12, Exeter Chiefs 24. What did you make of it, Scottish international and Trailfinder Lisa Thompson?
Yeah, Exeter were pretty clinical in that first half and just got a bit of a lead up on Trailfinders, and every time they were in our 22 there, they came away with points. Unfortunately for Trailfinders side, not with my bias hat on here at all, it was just a little bit clunky, especially in that first half. We didn't have much possession at all, and Exeter were clinical and just kind of got that lead.
Well, the votes have been coming in on our poll, and we are pleased to tell you that the PWR player of the match is Exeter Chiefs number 7, Maisie Allen. In agreement with that?
Very well deserved. Very well deserved. She kept her team on the front foot, put Negrelli away for the second or third try in this bottom corner as well. So, no, very well deserved. Maisie Allen is an extremely good rugby player, and she showed that today.
Well, plenty of players out there who know each other very well indeed. And I thought certainly with those players that have needed attention in Taz Bricknell and Sarah Seye. And well, here's a look back at how the game started. It was Liv McGovern who got the scoring underway for the Chiefs. Yeah, plenty of possession and territory over the whole game, but certainly in that first half. Dalika Menin, who was on our shortlist for player of the match, she had a great game. And while Bricknell wasn't quite able to get there, it was Hope Rogers on her 50th appearance. She'll be able to toast the victory on the way back down to Devon, talking this week about how Exeter is very much her home from home.
Absolutely, that'll be a happy bus journey back down to Exeter, I'm sure. But as soon as Exeter got on the front foot, they seemed to stay on the front foot. Flo Robinson kept that ball super quick, and the defence then can't recover.
Saturday night on a bus to Devon. What dreams are made of.
What dreams are made of, absolutely.
And they continue to come. This was the quicker ball that really had the Trailfinders defence working, and Gabriella Negrelli was the lucky one outside on the wing at that point.
Yeah, good finish in the corner there. Maisie Allen with the big pass over the top as well. Same again here. Liv McGovern with the big pass for Claude in the corner. Trailfinders defence just not being able to recover from that quick ball.
Well, that was where the Chiefs scoring finished. I mean, they did get the 4 tries on the bonus point, but then Kate Zachary coming through, taking the score after the quick thinking of Ella Amori, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen Trailfinders score quick tries, so I thought we had a game on our hands at that point. But no, really good from Ella to keep the tempo high.
Didn't quite burst forward for the Trailfinders at that point. But these are the results so far then. Last night, 94 points at the Stoop we had for the opener on our iPlayer match, and that was Harlequins coming out on top against Loughborough Lightning, who did at least get the 4-try bonus point. Trailfinders will get nothing from this one. Chiefs will get down the road with all 5 points in the bag. At 7 o'clock tonight, it's Sale Sharks against Leicester Tigers, and then Sunday it is our live game on TNT Sports, Gloucester Hartpury against Saracens, the rerun of the PWR final, and what a treat that one should be. Well, Lisa, it's been very nice having you alongside us. Have you got someone who's made us a hot chocolate or something so we can go and warm up a little?
I really hope so. I hope it's waiting down the bottom of the stairs for us.
It's been wonderful having you with us. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more from Trailfinders this season, do you think?
Let's hope so. I think first game, a little bit clunky, but we'll be good. We'll move forward.
Excellent. It's been such a joy having you alongside us and to chat about the World Cup and stuff with you. That is it from us here at Trailfinders Sports Ground. There will be some post-match reaction to bring you on our other digital channels. But for now, we really appreciate you watching, for you voting for our audience player of the match. We hope you've enjoyed having a say in who is going to get that gong, and Maisie Allen, the lucky recipient from this one. But for now, from me and from Lisa and from everybody here, it's a very good afternoon, and then we'll see you soon.
I'm in my new era. I'm better in my new era. I'm better in my new era. New era.